Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Kingdom Hearts. In today's episode we are going to start doing the optional stuff to do before reaching the final boss, and so starting with the new tournament that's up in Olympus Coliseum, the Hades Cup. And as you can see right here on this billboard, there are 50 rounds. Yeah, you see that number right there? There are 50 rounds for this. So it is without a doubt the longest and probably the most difficult of them all. And what I would recommend you do is that just make sure you have as many potions, or actually ethers, or like basically any of the MP restoring potions there, like either ethers or better yet elixirs, as long as you have a bunch of those, because you'll probably be needing the MP meter quite a lot of times, especially the cure spell. And you're also going to want to go ahead and remove the treasure-based abilities like I'm doing right now, and replace them with the more combat-based abilities. Oh, and I would also recommend that you equip a second chance as well. You are definitely going to need second chance for this, which, you know, what it does is that it lets you, sometimes it'll let you hold on whenever you have about like close to having 1 HP left, and so just you'll just hold on by 1 HP. Well, then again though, I didn't really or actually, never mind. Past me never really did equip a second chance, because I guess I wanted the more combat-oriented abilities. So yes, so yeah, the Hades Cup. That's basically what it is. It's definitely, like I said, it's very lengthy with all the 50 rounds we have to do. Hey, it makes sense though, because we're now episode 50 of this Let's Play. So yeah, we reached 50 episodes once more. Well, you know, the second LP to do so. Now, before we actually get started with the Hades Cup, I am, of course, like I've been doing before, is I'm actually going back to the Hercules Cup to do the solo mode and the time attack mode, mainly just for the sake of getting those other abilities that we'll be getting. So Sora Learn Critical Plus, and so for the time attack mode, and ladies and gentlemen, this took me so many attempts. I actually just made it by 6 seconds, and yeah, Sora just learned Gravity Break. So yes. Time attack mode is without a doubt. It took me so many attempts for that, and you know, I failed so many times at this, and so I had to make so many attempts, and it was so tedious. But I finally made it there, and so now we are ready to do the Hades Cup. And so I think we can actually just go back to where we left off. So yeah, starting with the 49th seed. So yeah, there's like I said, there's 50 rounds for this, and also make sure as for why. I have to admit, I don't really use the special combat abilities very much, like the Ragnarok or the Ars Arcanum, because I've had to use Cure a lot of times, and well, yeah, especially for the later rounds. Because one thing you have to remember, folks, is that you can only go through all this in one go. But I think for this one, I guess probably just to spare you of any sanity. From what Phil was asking, which round you want to start off with, I think this allows you to actually just go back to where you left off by certain rounds. I think it does, but either way, it's, you know, just make sure you don't fail this, because you know, you may never know if you could actually transfer any of this, because you know. Because I know the other rounds that you, if you actually fail this once, then you have to do the whole thing all over again. But I don't think that'll be for this case, though, considering that Phil just asked us what round we want to go to, but we can only go to the 49th seed first. And so for the Hades Cup, not only will you be fighting the stronger Heartless, like you know, some of the ones from Hall of Ashen and all that. But also, you'll be refighting the bosses here. Yes, they're actually having you refight the bosses that you've previously fought before. Now, since we've gotten stronger, and you know, with more abilities that we have, then it might not be too bad. It should be a bit of a cakewalk. And there's also a couple of new bosses we haven't fought just yet, though, that we'll be getting to. So, because of how long and how very lengthy the, well, I know they meant the same thing, I'm basically just repeating myself there, but because of how lengthy the Hades Cup is by 50 rounds, I actually split the whole video into 2 parts, because honestly though, doing this in combined takes almost, the video would have been almost an hour long. And that's actually something that I want to avoid doing, like, especially for an episode of an LP, is that, you know, this is not a long play, folks. This, you know, it's just basically, you know, a Let's Play with separate episodes, or individual episodes. Oh, we're fighting Yuffie again. So at least it's just by yourself and not with Leon this time, so you won't really have to worry about having to attack her first because of how she heals, but, you know, you really don't want to hesitate for this one because, you know, again, she still heals. You can actually just deflect off her ninja stars that she throws at you, and you get more tech points in the process. But yeah, that's like I was saying. Yeah, I had to split this into 2 parts, so there's only, you know, just for the entirety of the Hades Cup. Because of how long it is, I didn't want this to be an hour long, so I kind of just split into 2. And, you know, what I did was that, oh, and Goofy obtained the Genji shield. Cool. Which, of course, I wouldn't really quit, though, because, well, it just decreased the stats. But, yeah, what I did, since there's 50 rounds, I basically just, you know, this video consists of just 25 rounds because, you know, half of 50 is 25, though, so that's you know, just to even that out. So, but yeah, just once when you do the Hades Cup, you know, it's mainly just to show it off and just for the just for the sake of rewards, because you do get rewarded for this, and you know, during the middle of this round, you will get upgraded. Like you get some upgrades for certain abilities or some magic, like the thunder spells. So if you want to get those, then that's where you get the Hades Cup. Oh, and also, I do want to throw this out there. Yes, just like the other cups, the Hades Cup also does have the solo mode and the time attack mode. Yes, even this round actually does. And so I'm actually not going to do that right away though, because you know, I forgot what I was going to say. There's quite a lot to talk about, but at this point, I might be under level, especially for the time attack mode, so I'm not going to do that just yet, though. But I'm actually not going to be directly showing that off, though, because that's going to be a long and tedious process and a half to actually having to record and just having to show off the rewards for it. So I'm really not going to bother recording those just by you know, doing that off screen. I mean, you know, since I was just doing that off screen anyway, and I'm having to do that again. And just having to record all this, it's just a long process. Oh, I like that little fire pattern on the behemoth. Wow, that's just going hardcore. Look at that fire pattern of that behemoth. That just looks that's gnarly. So anyway, so yeah, because of that, I'll just what I'll do is that I'm gonna wait till I do all the other stuff, like you know, what I was saying I was gonna do, like the special heartless, the super bosses, because I believe at this point, considering that I'm going to be getting to the special heartless, and I'll probably be grinding myself during the well, with all the heartless fight, and also not to mention the item grinding, then I would definitely just be able to level up in the process. So I'll just wait until then, and then once I feel like I'm strong enough, then I'll go ahead and do the solo mode and the time attack mode off screen. I know because of the amount of rounds there are in the Hades Cup, it's going to be very tedious. It's gonna oh god, it's definitely it's not gonna be fun at all, just having to do all that shit. So so I'm just gonna wait until then, until I'm strong enough. And you know, and of course, the reason I actually had to do the solo mode, the time attack mode in the Hades Cup is because Donald and Goofy actually do gets you remember the ultimate weapons that I was talking about, you know, the final weapons for Sora, Donald and Goofy. Well, in order to get those weapons for Donald and Goofy themselves, you actually have to do those modes. Yes, you have to do the solo mode and the time tag mode, respectively, for the Hades Cup if you want to get those final upgrades for Donald and Goofy. And so Blizzaria has been upgraded to Blizzaga, so if you want to get those final upgrades, that's what you do the regular Hades Cup. But yeah, to get those final weapons for Donald and Goofy, you have to do the solo mode and time tag mode for the Hades Cup. And I don't want to have to go ahead and record just to show those off, because it's, like I said, it's very tedious. It's going to drive me insane having to do this, so I really do want to spare my sanity. So I'm just going to do all that off screen, but I will definitely just show that off to you, or just show the what I've obtained. Like after I've obtained those, I'll at least show those to you guys, and then equip them to equip those weapons to them. And of course, in case you might have already forgotten, I'll just be sure to let you know how I got them, of course. So, I guess that's about it right here. But yeah, that's you know, like I said, that's actually what I'm starting with. You know, as I was explaining in the last episode, for what I'm gonna be doing before we get to the final boss, because you know there's still more to show off. So that's what I'll be starting with. Is just you know the Hades Cup.
That's the power of the Keyblade.
I know, and also not to mention, you do get you actually get rewarded for new Keyblades as well. Whenever as you for a certain round. Also, yeah, we're fighting Guard Armor again, and ladies and gentlemen, I like how, even though we're playing Final Mix, they actually still use the same coloration for Guard Armor that was used in Vanilla Cage 1, because, you know, in Vanilla 1, Guard Armor's body was pink or purple. I would say more so purple, probably because of the lighting in Traverse Town. But yeah, that was actually the original color scheme for Guard Armor in Vanilla Cage 1. Unlike in here in Final Mix, where it was given like well, almost kind of like an Americanized Guard Armor, like you know, red, white, and blue, and also some yellow. Oh yeah, for this round, oh Goofy, thank you. Oh, there goes Goofy being so beautiful there. Yeah, I love you, Goofy. Yeah, for this round, you want to make sure to hit the Green Heartless first because of their healing abilities, and especially if you're going up against this the Black Fungus, because you know it takes quite a long time to actually kill, and because of how it gets its shield up, its impenetrable shield. So anyway, I guess that's about all there is to say for the Hades Cup. At least hopefully we'll actually get some more experience there. I mean, I'll definitely get some more experience once I do the item grinding, just for the sake of getting those new weapons. Let's see, what else can I say? Yeah, I think that's what I'll say. So I do want to apologize if I haven't been able to upload that. Well, do any uploading for the other day or for last week. I think it was last Friday, I believe it was. Yeah, it was. I do apologize if there was no video or if I was completely silent for that one video because oh right. Let me stop myself there. Yeah, for some of these instances, for speaking of boss fights, yes, we're fighting Stealth Sneak again. If you remember him from Deep Jungle. Well, we were fighting Stealth Sneak and Blatant. But yeah, we're gonna be fighting even more Stealth Sneaks here, so do like you did before. We definitely got a little stronger. Now, for some reason, once you whittle its HP all the way down to 1 HP left, it actually endures itself for some weird ass reason, and you have to keep attacking until it finally goes down. I don't know what it is for how it just endures itself, and you know, it's not like in Kingdom Hearts 2 where it only where boss only dies if you use a combo finisher. Otherwise, it can't even go down at all. Which is, you know, something I really don't know why they decided to implement that to this day. But yeah, I don't know why it does that. It just endures a hit, no matter how many hits you take. But anyway, like I was saying, yeah, I do apologize for lack of any uploads last Friday because I had a very early morning shift at work. I had to get up at like 3:45 in the morning, and I was dead tired. I really was, and so because of that, I couldn't really think straight very much. I was just way too tired, and because if I was doing a video or commentating over the video while I was just so tired, I would have absolutely nothing to say, and the video would just be so boring. And you know, I would just have like, you know, I would sound completely zombified because, you know, I was just so tired. I was because like so much so that it was hard for me to actually get up out of bed because you know, I have to admit I am a bit of a night owl. I kind of tend to stay up late. Well, not too late or anything like that, but I am one of those guys who kind of likes to stay up a little late. But that's mainly because I had so many closing shifts at my job, and then there have been those rare occasions where they would give me morning shifts. I mean, at least it wasn't clopening, though. I mean, if you probably know what that means. It's basically it's you know, having a closing shift, and then the very next day you have to open. Therefore, getting up early in the morning, which also means that you would get very little sleep, and it also means that the management, really, the scheduling management, it really doesn't care about your health, your well-being, the fact that you need some sleep, and they just don't give a shit at all about your own personal life. and that you, and just you being healthy at all. So, so yeah, that's basically what it means. Oh, there we go, Cerberus. Yeah, you remember Cerberus, right, folks? So yes, like I was saying about having to refight the bosses, yes, we are fighting Cerberus again. This is round 2. So, since, like I said, we've gotten stronger, we actually gotten some more strategies here. Like, you remember how we had to constantly spam dodge roll to, get away from those, darkness, pools that, Cerberus sends out? Well, we have the glide ability, so we can actually just, do just as much as we please, so that just kind of makes it a little cakewalk. But you want to avoid this as much as you can, and you can also just, deflect all the fireballs that he, spits out. Or they spit out? I mean, it's, you know, Cerberus is talking with 3 heads, so, and so once they started doing the chomp attack, like, you know, do what you did before when we first fought him. You know, just do more of those Keyblade strikes against him. And, you know, that's about it. Cerberus definitely has more stats at his disposal. You see he has more HP than when we first fought him, but we couldn't really tell because we didn't really have that scan ability at the time. Which took till like about episode 20 until Aggro was actually finally get the scan ability. So anyway, so yeah, that's why there was no upload at all, because I was just so tired of shit. But you know, I'm glad I wasn't really clopening, is what it was. But either way, still you know, it was hard for me to actually get up out of bed, and you know, and so I wasn't really mentally thinking straight at all, because you know that's what happens when I get so tired. I can't really seem to think straight, and I slur my words a lot, and I can't really think of much to say. And so if I actually did do a video, then it probably would have been one of the worst episodes I've ever did, because I'd be so tired, and then you know the video would just come off as boring, uninteresting, would have nothing to say about any of this at all. I slur my words way too many times, so you know I need time for myself is what it is. You know, sometimes even though I want to try to make, you know, be as consistent with my uploading schedule as much as I could, sometimes if I really need to, you know, take time for myself and not do any uploads at all, I would need to, because you know, I have a life outside of all this, you know. And yes, Thundara has upgraded to Thundaga, so we got that too. Yeah, that's actually for the, you know, another reason why I wanted to do the Hades Cup, you know, just for the sake of you know, because this is actually where you be getting the upgrades for your magic spells. So of course we're gonna want to get those, because we do want them. We want those upgrades. But yeah, that was that was why there was no upload. I need time for myself is what it was. I need a rest. I need to just you know, mentally and physically just make sure I get plenty of rest, and just you know, just have no unwind, and just not having to worry about things too much. The other reason being is because that day, the Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom has come out on the 12th, and so of course I went ahead and after I got off work, I went over to my local Walmart and picked up the game, and so I started playing it, and you know, haven't wanted to play that for well, you know, since you know, haven't been anticipating the release of it. And I've been waiting so much for the game to come out, and you know, something I was really looking forward to just by seeing the trailers alone and how absolutely excited I was, you know. And it was, you know, it was such a time to be a Zelda fan, and you know, with the new Zelda game coming out, then of course I'm gonna want to get that game and just fucking play it. I'm gonna want to play this game, or play that kind of game, just go on my adventure. That's how I am. Whenever a new Zelda game comes out, of course, I would want to go over there and just pick up the game and play it. No matter which Zelda game it is. Could be a new game, could be a remake of any sort. So yeah, of course I'm going to want to pick it up. It's always, whenever a new Zelda game comes out, it's always a good time to be a Zelda fan and just bask in those moments for the adventure. So yeah, that was right. I really wanted to play the game because, you know, because of how excited I was looking forward to it, so of course I'm going to play it. I haven't really gotten too far just yet, though, because, well, I've had a lot of my play, you know, because I get so busy. I have shit to do, but I will definitely continue playing on and on. So, for this round, you see Shadow X ? Basically, whenever you fight one Heartless, and more Heartless will spawn, and so that's what you have to do. And so we're just reaching the end of this episode here. So next time we'll do the second half of the Hades Cup. So until then, see you guys later.